Did you know that you can make delicious, elegant desserts using mostly fruit? Yes, it's true. You might be surprised that with just a couple of pears, some frozen cherries, and a little apple juice, and a few other ingredients, you can make a gorgeous and fancy dessert that tastes out of this world. Hi, I'm Christine Waltermeyer, and I'm the founder of the Natural Kitchen Cooking School. Here on Christine's Natural Kitchen, I bring you weekly recipes that are as delicious as they are healthy. Okay, let me show you how to make simple poached pears. So to start off, I'm going to peel the pears. You may not want pears that are overly ripe, because then they might get too soft in the cooking, but you don't want them underripe either. Now, if your pear stands upright on its own, great, but otherwise you might need to cut a little flat piece off the bottom to make it stand. Now I'm going to place the peeled pears into my pressure cooker, and in here I have 1.5 cups of juice. You can use apple juice, or I have some cherry juice, and I'm adding 2 tablespoons of mulling spice. Two tablespoons of maple syrup, a little pinch of salt, and about 1/2 cup of frozen cherries, or you could use fresh pitted cherries. Place the lid on top and bring this up to full pressure over high heat. So now our timer went off, and we'll see how our pears look. Look beautiful. I'm sure they're a perfect tender texture. We're going to very carefully use a spoon to remove them and put them on a plate so that we can reduce the sauce. So I didn't actually show you this step, but what I did is I used a fine mesh strainer like this to strain out the cooking liquid. So I have my strained cooking liquid here. This is just basically the cherry juice, maple syrup, and it was infused with that delicious mulling spice. And what I strained out is here. And so this is mostly mulling spice, but I did go through and pick out the cherries and made sure I separated them from the mulling spice. But I'm laughing because you could probably easily avoid this tedious task just by using some cheesecloth. If you tie the mulling spice into a little cheesecloth bag, then you won't get them all over the cherries, but I took the lazy route and I cooked them all together, and it wasn't that bad actually either way. So if you don't have cheesecloth, you can just do what I did, and you just go back through this mulling spice and pick out all the cherries. So that's going to make a nice little garnish and addition. I've plated our pears over here, and then I'm going to zest a lemon because that's going to make nice flavor and garnish. I'm using a zesting tool. That just really makes it easy. It's a specific tool that I only use for zesting citrus. Seems funny to have just one tool with one purpose, but it really is great because I find that citrus zest adds a really nice touch to so many different dishes. So I do this with limes, lemons, oranges. I'm going to pour my cooking liquid back into the pot and then bring it up to a boil on high, and then lower the heat to medium high and just cook it down for about 10 minutes until it really reduces down to like a thick balsamic texture. So after 10 minutes, the consistency is going to start to get a little bit foamy like this, and that's when you know it's really thickened nicely. We're going to turn off the heat and put this aside to cool. So now you can see that our sauce really thickened up nicely into this like gorgeous caramely sauce. It really intensifies the flavor, and the texture is really pretty too. So this is going to look gorgeous drizzled over our pears. You can kind of get playful with this. You can kind of drizzle it around the plate if you like, make a little fancy design, or you can just be more straightforward about it. Now I'm going to take my garnishes, which are a little bit of fresh lemon zest that we zested earlier, and just sprinkle that over each pear. Just like I zested the lemon, I also zested some chocolate shavings. So I took a chocolate bar and just shaved it on the zesting tool. I'm going to put a little bit of that around the plate as well. Last but not least, you can put a little bit of dairy-free coconut whipped topping if you like. And I added some purple carrot food coloring. It's just a natural purple food coloring, and I can put a link below this video. And I thought that would give it just a kind of a pretty touch. Wasn't that simple? I love that it's ready in just 10 minutes too. Comment below what your favorite fruit dessert is. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And when you subscribe and hit the notification bell, find out about new cooking videos when they come out every week. Thanks for watching and happy cooking!